Are we on? We're on. All right, you guys. Okay, so my name is Krista Walsh, and I am the founder of Team Inspire to Balance. And I'm going to give you guys a couple seconds to hop on. But I was asked today to speak on customer and coach retention. Oh, thanks for the hearts. When you guys hop on, give all the hearts. I'm like shaking right now. This is insane. But okay, so what I wanted to do today is I'm going to talk to you guys about customer and coach retention. I took notes, so I'm not going to ramble, okay? I am truly so passionate about my connections with not just my customers, but my challengers or my coaches and my challengers, right? I really truly feel if you can connect with your customers in the long run, they will turn into some of your best coaches. So today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how I do that. So before this call, I did ask a handful of my coaches. I've been coaching almost 3 years in June. And I asked some of my challengers and some of my coaches, like, you guys, why have you stuck around? What makes you, why are you here? Like, why are you a challenger with me? Why are you still a coach under me? And a lot of them said the same things, which I think is so cool. And I hope that it can inspire you to kind of do the same with your coaches. But a lot of my coaches told me that, I pour belief into them. I get to know them on a friendship level. I'm not just a mentor to them. We are truly friends. I'm inspiring, I'm motivating. And a lot of my challengers said the same thing, like, you're not pushy, you're not salesy, you care about me, you pour belief into me. So you guys, I truly think that to be successful at this job, you have to get to know your challengers and your coaches on like a whole nother level. You can't my biggest thing was I never wanted to sign someone up and then customer or coach and then feel like I just took their money and ran, right? So that is huge to me. So I'm really honored to speak on this topic today. So we're gonna hop in. Okay, so my customer retention, some tips and tricks of what I do is I'm going to start with, I feel that challenge groups are huge, you guys. That's the bread and butter of coaching, right? Like, that's what we do. So in order to keep your customers around, you have to have engaging challenge groups. And by that, I mean, things I do is every single month I switch it up. So my team, I have a whole downline, upline, whatever. We are so good at sharing resources. So a lot of the content's already made, but what I like to do is, I used to be a teacher, is I will go in and I will just retweak some content that's already been made. I'll put a twist on it. I'm huge into themes, teacher life, right? So like right now in March, you can do like marching forward. April can be something with spring. February was like love your body. I really feel that if you want your customers to stick around, your challenge groups have to be fun. They have to be engaging. So if you're kind of just slapping up the same post every single month, you're going to lose challengers, right? And you want them to continue because this is why they signed up with you. So be original, put a spin on your challenge groups, you guys. It's more fun that way, honestly. So what I like to do is I like to keep my engagement themed. Like I said, I also feel you need to put yourself in your challenger's shoes. If you're posting like long novels, and I get it, you guys, the novels are awesome, but if you're posting these long drawn out posts, a lot of times your challengers are going to get bored. They're not going to come in and check in. So if you keep them just short and sweet, like every couple days you can do a nice encouraging long one, but kind of keep them something you would want to read. So Would You Rather Wednesdays are really big. Transformation Tuesdays, like fun. In my group, we do like cocktails because that's what I like, and like things like that. And I find that the more things I'm engaging and I like, my challengers like them as well. So that's my first tip to you, is really keep your challenge groups fun, engaged, tweak them, do different things, and short and sweet posts. And that's going to kind of keep your customers around with you. My second tip is customer retention, is I send my customers a weekly email every single week, whether they're new or not. I do weekly check-ins with them. So I send an email and I'm asking them a series of questions based off their engagement. So if I have someone that comes in and they are rocking it that Sunday, I usually send my emails. I'm going to tell her, like, hey girl, I've noticed you are checking in, you're logging your Shakeology, you are engaging, like you're doing awesome. Are you struggling with anything? How are your workouts going? I kind of keep the same questions. I just tweak them to how they're doing. So if I have someone that signed up, and this has happened, and they haven't even like accepted the challenge group invite, or they've posted once, I will make sure that I really am on them. And I'm like, hey, like, you had big goals. Like we talked about this, like, I don't see you checking in, or, you kind of disappeared, or you fell off the wagon. So my second tip would be weekly emails. I feel are crucial. And that also is like the connecting piece. Your challengers want to know that you care. So that's like a big thing. A lot of my challengers were like, I love that you care. And I do care because this is our job, right? So I think the weekly emails are awesome. you're pouring belief into them in these emails as well. So, everyone likes to be recognized. So recognize what they're doing. And it does take time, especially as you grow and you are getting more challengers. It's going to take time. But at the end of the day, that's like my favorite part, is seeing my challengers come in with transformations and confidence and telling me like how much they love this group and all of that good stuff. So I think weekly emails are huge. I'm also checking in with them if I have the time too on like Instagram. So a lot of my DMs sometimes are my customers, and that's fine. And we're still connecting. And because at the end of the day, I want them to know I care, right? Like I never want someone to sign up and be like, she signed me up and she's never talked to me again. So I feel the weekly emails are a big game changer in your business as well. You want to pour belief into them, like I said. And another way I do that is I recognize if they're crushing their challenge, their fitness journey. And we do weekly prizes in my group. And so I think the weekly prizes are really fun just because you are recognizing them, you're shouting them out, right? Like everybody likes to be recognized and everybody likes gifts. So it's like a win-win. I send them a product that they haven't tried. That's also kind of a really good way to get your customer on the discount option. So what I like to do is like shout them out, recognize them, like go girl, and I'll send them like a beach bar or a Shakeology flavor they haven't tried, or Energize is huge, right? You don't have to spend a ton of money, and everyone's winning here. Like you're sending a sample, maybe they're going to convert to the discount, they're excited, and you're feeling their fire and you're making them feel good. So pour belief into your challengers. And then last but not least, my tip for customer retention is, you guys, I really feel the engagement piece is huge, right? So even I have girls that have like been around for, I'm coming up on my 3rd year. They are still strong, but there's a couple months that every single month I will re-engage with them. So whether or not you signed up a year and a half ago or just 2 months ago, every month I still send my challengers an invite. I have obviously a list of who I've signed up, and every month I will re-engage with them. Like, hey, Susie, I don't know, it's been like 6 months. Like I noticed you haven't done anything, like come back, or, I'm just constantly re-engaging with them because I want them to come back. And I get that phases of life happens and people fall off. But if you're doing your part as a coach and you are showing them that you care and you're showing up every single day, they're going to come back, right? And we want that for them. We want them to know that it's okay to fall off the wagon as long as they come back on. So my last tip is to re-engage and invite every single month. So if you are my challenger, you are still getting an invite every single month to my group. So I think that part is huge with the customer retention. When it comes to my coach retention, I am very passionate about the community. I am just like a military wife. We move all the time, right? So the community to me is huge. And I think I have done such a great job establishing a team culture with my community, with my team. We are friends. I get to know my coaches on more than just like, you signed up under me as a coach. That's great. I really get to know them. And I can honestly say every single one of my coaches I am friends with, or I would be friends with in real life. I think that connection piece is so important when you want a team and a team of leaders and a team to stick around with you till the very end, right? So my first tip with you guys is establish a community, get to know your coaches on a friendship level, right? I've been with my coaches as they've gone through really heartbreaking things and really exciting things. And I always think it's so special when they like text me on the side or Facebook message me like something exciting that's happened to them, or something that like maybe not so exciting that's happened, but they trust me enough to know that they can tell me something outside of Beachbody and they know I'm here for them. So I think establishing your culture and your community right from the get-go with your team is huge if you want to build a solid team and to keep your coaches from quitting and canceling and kind of bouncing back around. So a way to establish some community within your team is we are big on team calls. We do a call every single Monday night, 8:30 Eastern. We have girls bringing their Energize, their kids, their wine. My girlfriend and I have teamed up, and we always have just like a kid with us or a glass of wine. It doesn't matter what it is, but it's fun and it's real, and it's like, this is our life right now. So everyone hops on, and we do guest speakers. We shout our coaches out that are on fire. We started a new thing called the hot seat. So where we're recognizing our coaches for doing something amazing in their business. But it's really like that piece right there. The community part is just so much fun to have them every Monday night. You know where we're going to be, right? We're going to be on our team call. Another thing that I have done is I put my team in different pods. So based on their where they are in their business, and that again creates that community piece. Like if you're in level 1, you're a new coach and you're working towards Emerald, and level 2 is Emeralds working towards Diamond, level 3 is Diamonds and above. And that way it's not just me having to be in there. These girls are building friendships with each other. They're leaning in on each other. They're asking questions, and they're all kind of at the same place in their business. So I feel that is just huge, and that has just really made our team grow and boom. And I'm like very proud of that. So I love that piece. And then last but not least, a lot of my coaches, which I think is very big, is a lot of them said, you know, you're not rank driven, you're not pushy, you really genuinely get to know us. So I feel that although rank is important and we want our team to grow, I do feel that, you know, meet your coaches where they are if you want to keep them around. If they're here for the community piece, let them be here for the community piece. If they're here to rock it and go diamond and star diamond and go elite, like run with them. So that's something I've made clear from the beginning. I will match you where you are. So especially if you're a newer coach and you're signing on all these people, like just ask them, like, be honest with me. What do you want so I can meet you? And I think that's huge. My second tip for you is set your coaches up for success, you guys. It's going to just help you and it's going to help them, and it's just like less of a headache. So what we do is I sign them up, they go through a training, then we do a one-on-one call, and then I have put together a coach mentorship group for them. I've just taken bits and pieces of important information I feel as a coach, and I put them through that. That is another thing a lot of my coaches have said too, like, you start us up, like you set us up for success instead of being like, okay, bye, like go coach. So I love that part. And what I do is I feel if once you set them up for success, they're ready to rock it, right? Like they're still nervous, but if you're pouring belief into them and they are successful, that is going to be a game changer in their business right from the beginning. So really make sure, even if your brand spanking new, you guys, you have resources, like use them. Google, YouTube, you can find the things to help your coaches underneath you be successful and be successful with you. So that is my second tip, is really just set them up for success, help them out, get them started on the right foot. You never want a coach to feel lost, because as we know, coaching is already a little overwhelming as is. You want them to really feel like confident and like, I can do this, instead of just kind of going in already like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, and you're not answering me. And another reason why the pods are awesome, because they can, if you're busy, they can ask questions in there. So set them up for success. My hands are like flying, I'm sorry. This is my biggest tip of all, and I'm laughing because I do this a little too much. Check in with your coaches, you guys. Check in with them. I probably check in on them a little too much sometimes. I think they're like, dude, relax, like we get it. But I just want to help them, and I want them to know I'm here. So if you're checking in with them, just ask them. And half the time it really doesn't need to just be Beachbody. Like I said, get to know them on a friendship level, but like, how's it going? Or I noticed you haven't posted in a couple days. Like, can I help you? Like, sometimes I feel that the new coaches coming in are a little intimidated and they don't want to ask questions, but if you're giving them that support and they know you're there to check in with them and feel that support from you, again, that's going to help them be successful as well. And in turn, they're going to stay around. So I check in with them. I'm constantly pouring belief into my coaches. I've talked coaches off of a ledge. I have gotten girls started. I really just get to know their why. Like, why are you doing this? And then when I have those iffy, like, I can't do this anymore, I'm not a good coach, I will just bring their why right back around to them and remind them, like, no, this is why you signed up. This is why you're doing this. You're going to do this and you're going to be great. So if I didn't get to know them, I would have zero idea how to talk them off that ledge and let them know that they are great and they're going to be great at this. So check in to me, check in with your coaches. Okay, this one is big. Success starter. It all kind of ties together. So if you're creating that community, you're checking in with them, you're helping them out, you will create success starters right out of the gate. And for those of you that are brand new, success starter is when you and your coaches or whoever have helped 3 people their first 3 months. Now Beachbody has changed it. It's 3 out of the 6 months, but I still challenge my girls from the day they say, let's do this. You can help your 3. You're going to help your 3 and you're going to duplicate and you're going to do it the first 3 months. You're going to earn that summit ticket. You're going to unlock your business. You are going to do this and I'm here to help you. So that's where I feel when you're checking in and all of that good stuff, you are helping and you're setting them up for success. So my team has been unreal. I have to shout out Team Inspired to Balance. They have been amazing with Success Starter. I've had so many girls in the last year help their first 3 people earn their free summit ticket, and girls that are signing on as we speak are already helping 3 people. So Success Starter is huge, and you want your coaches to really feel like they can do this. And I feel like once they've helped their first 3 people and they've kind of gotten their feet wet, they're like, I can do this. So just be there for them and help them keep going, right? And you don't want them to stop after the first 3 months. You want them to get that momentum. And I feel like after month 3, they're ready to rock it and they can do this all by themselves. So Success Starter is huge. You're just kind of helping them. And I also always give a little tiny push that, you know, you can hit Emerald. It does not take a long time. You can do Emerald. You can hit it within the first 30 days. So that is my challenge to my coaches. You are helping 3 people your first 3 months, and you are unlocking your business with Emerald within the first 30 days. And my coaches do it. So it's great. I'm here to help them. And it's been awesome. Last but not least, my last tip for you guys is I have been within the last couple months, probably, no, like I'd say a year, really the last couple months, I've been really good at this. I have been duplicating everything I do. So I have just been probably bombarding my team, but it's fine. I have just been sharing everything I do. If I find a training that I think works, I send that to my team. When I create emails for my customers, for my BOD renewals, for the other day I created a discount, what all of the discount 25% off options are, and I used all the graphics. I send that to my team just because I feel like it sets them up for success and they're never kind of left being like, I don't know what to do. If I have a good post idea, I share that. My girlfriend and I like to go into our pods and we challenge them to do things. Like, I really feel duplication is huge when you're wanting people to be successful. So find what works for you and share that with your team, right? That's the beauty of Beachbody and coaching, is we're always sharing is caring. So like I said, when I create my content for my challenge groups, I share that with my team. So they have all the same resources I have, and they're honestly, it kind of takes away from, well, I don't have what she has. Like, I can't be successful. Because they do, because I'm giving it to them, right? Like, and sometimes it's literally on a silver platter and I'm like, there you go. So they can be successful. And I do nothing different than what I tell my coaches and what I share with them. So new coach or coach that's been around a while, you guys, I feel if you share your team, you're going to make moves right together, and they have everything you have. So the trainings, different podcasts. I'm like huge into podcasts lately. When I'm going on walks, I will like screenshot the podcast and right away put it into my pods before I even finish the podcast, because I'm like, oh, my team would love this. There's like 5 girls that need to hear this, and then I'll send it to them. So duplication has been amazing, and I truly feel it helps my girls. And then they're confident, right? They have a challenge group already made for them and they're ready to go. Objections. This one was big. A tip for you guys is let your coaches know that you're in the trenches with them. Let them know that you're human. I feel sometimes that our coaches underneath us or our brand new coaches come in and they just feel like they could never be where I am or where someone else is, and that's why they quit. I truly feel if you want your coaches to stick around for the long run with you, you have to let them know you're human. You have to let them know that you go through those bad months, that you have those up and down moments too, that you're with them on this, right? Like, you're in the trenches with them. I've shared some of my like most personal, devastating things with my team to let them know that like I go through it too. Last Friday, I went live in my team page, did a little dance, and told them how, you guys, like, I was in a funk too. Like, February was a funky month for my team. I don't know why, but I let them know that like I had a funky month too. Like, I'm not on this pedestal. I'm right there with you guys. But it's the ones that keep going that are going to be successful. So I feel if your coaches know that you are going through things with them and you are human and you have the bad months too, you guys are going to stick around with you, and they're not going to give up and quit right away. They're going to be like, you know what? If she can do it, I can do it. And that's what I want for them. I want to inspire them that they can keep going as well. And that, I'm trying to think, at the end of the day, yeah, you just got to let them know that you're there for them as a friend and a coach, you guys. And I can honestly say that I feel like that's been a game changer with my team and my business is, if at the end of the day, if you think about it, if you're connecting with your challengers and your coaches, it kind of ties together. My challengers become my coaches. Some of my best coaches on my team have been my best challengers. So it really is like one full circle, and it kind of comes together at the end. So if you are doing your job and you're caring and you're checking in with your challengers, in turn, those are going to be some of your best coaches. And the same goes with your coaches. If you're caring about them and checking in with them, they're going to stick around with you. So I'm coming up on 3 years, and my team just went elite. We are a 2020 elite team, which is amazing. And I will say almost a lot of my team have been with me from the very beginning. So some have fallen off and some have came and they're celebrating with me, and we are already rocking 2020. So you just have to show them that you care and love them and love up on all your challengers and your coaches, and you're going to do big things. And I believe in you, and I'm super excited. And I am excited for myself because I have 30 seconds left. and I did it. So I talked your ear off for 20 minutes and I did it. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything, put them in the chat. I am going to go through at the very end of this, and I can send you guys things that I've talked about if you guys want any of those, like the emails, the graphics, whatever it need be. But I hope you guys have the best Friday. I know it's Friday the 13th, but make the best out of it. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.